Hey guys, so I started filming twice, and twice the mic just wasn't either in the right position or it was muted. So that's really, I'm glad I noticed it before it got any further than that, because I would have lost my damn mind. I bought a few new things, so that today's video is kind of like a first impressions, get ready with me, chatty kind of a vibe. So they have ABH on there, Anastasia Beverly Hills, and they had like the whole brand had a 20% off just like across the board. So I was like, oh my god, this is my chance to try the Norvina palette. So anyway, I bought two. I bought the pink one and then the one in the orange packaging with the little butterflies on it. Yeah, beautiful stuff. They both came cracked. Like 4 shades in each palette at least. That is ridiculous that 2 palettes in one shipping just came cracked. But then, so the thing about me is because I'm doing this for YouTube videos, sometimes I don't open the packages until like 3 days after I receive them. So I don't notice these things. And then I'm like, I sit down to film and I'm like, well, I can't use this one then. So same thing happened today. I ordered 2 different packages because the thing with Beauty Bay, I like to finesse my points well. So like they don't give you points on sale items. I usually just do like one whole checkout of like sale items and then I'll do another. And then you can't also use a discount from your points on sale items. So anyway, so like I do all my sale items, I do that. And then if I need to use my points or get points, I do a separate checkout of like full price items. So like there's different packages coming to my house all the fucking time. Anyway, I had a different package come which wasn't discount items, it was items that I wanted to get points on. And I bought the Lunar Beauty Strawberry Dream palette to use for today because I know you guys wanted me to try Manny MUA's brand, you wanted me to try M Cosmetics, Laura Lee. This one was 48 and it also came broken, but not that broken. So I'm gonna insert a picture of how I found it. It was just this shade here and I basically just like pressed it back in. So I can use this palette. But it's just disappointing that Beauty Bay still, like after the amount of people, do you guys remember the Jeffree Star Shane Dawson launch? How many people got broken palettes and they were just refusing to refund anyone, or like they weren't refunding because they wanted you to send the palette back, but if you were far away, the shipping fees of sending the palette back were not worth the palette. I always have a lot of testers and I like to try them out because I find that we need to encourage people to just try, like, first of all, we need to encourage brands to actually give worthwhile testers. Like, if you want me to buy something based on that tester, please give me something good. I've had this discussion already. So today we're going to do primer. I have a lot of primer testers. I feel like that's like the main thing that people give in testers is primers. I don't know why. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Brightening Youth Glow Anti-Aging Color Correcting Glow Booster, which is this one. And then I have the Kevyn Aucoin Celestial Skin Lighting, well, liquid lighting, okay. I'll go with maybe the Charlotte Tilbury. I kind of wanted to try it for a while and then we can do Kevyn Aucoin another time. That was my story for today. But anyway, okay, I was gonna mention how beautiful this palette looks. Like, look at it. The moon is 3D a little bit, it like sticks out. But it's not like the Nikita Dragon, like her face sticking out. That was creepy, first of all. It looked like a murder scene. I've been watching, like I said, I think I said in my last video or the video before that. I don't know, because I pre-film a lot of videos for my second channel just so I can get them ready and edited so I'm not stressing. Because with my main channel, as you guys know, I have a drama channel, which is my main channel, and the struggles with that is you're usually making videos last minute because you want, one, like the current story. You want a good title and thumbnail, that's always the key, you know, but that's with every channel, but with drama channels mainly. With a drama channel, you kind of like rely on having a good title and thumbnail, but it has to be about something current, because if I'm like, oh, Jack and Hill sold moldy lipsticks, and I say that in 2020, of course that's not gonna, you know, do anything for my channel. So I'm usually working last minute on my channel and it's very stressful because you're kind of, I need to get a bit closer because you guys were like, please come a bit closer, I want to see the makeup. And I'm like, okay. I am working and basically just film, edit and upload in one day, which gets very stressful because once one thing goes wrong, like your whole schedule's just off balance. And then you're late on the video and then it's stressful because the video's not doing as well and you're like, oh man, if I posted it sooner I would have done better, which that's usually not the case, but you're just kind of like stressed. This added like a beautiful, it's not like face cream where like you can feel that this is completely dry skin. It pretty much soaked in straight away, but it adds a very beautiful, like very subtle glow. So if you have oily skin but you're still into dewy makeup, I think the Charlotte Tilbury Youth Glow Anti-Aging Color, I don't know how much this full thing is because I know Charlotte Tilbury has some prices, but this is very good if you have oily skin but you still want a little bit of shine and glow. This could be it because it didn't add any like moisture to my face, if that makes sense. Like my skin's pretty dry right now. Not in like a bad way, but it's not like oily. And also, I said something so stupid. I was doing my first impressions and I was like, oh, I don't understand when brands are like 16-hour wear. Who actually wears makeup for 16 hours? And you guys were like, people that actually, you know, go to work. And I was like, my bad. That was a Good point you guys made there. Sometimes you just say something so stupid and you look back on it and you're like, okay, that's fine, we'll move past it. So I bought the Morphe 2 Hint Skin Tint, which is a sheer to medium coverage, lightweight breathable formula, hydrates, smooths and blurs. And I have it in the shade Hint of Cream, which is fair with golden undertones. I think this is one of the lightest shades they had. They have obviously fair, neutral, cool toned, warm toned, this is the warm toned one. Many people said they really like this, but also I'm waiting for the Colourpop Pretty Fresh foundation, so I'm hoping that's also really nice because I heard so many great things about it that I'm like excited to use it. So we're gonna do Beauty Blender. Also, recently I asked you guys for cheaper versions of beauty blenders and if you guys were using anything that you guys were like really into, and a lot of you guys said Elf, a lot of you guys said Juno & Co. There was Morphe. Elf I've heard great things about. Juno & Co. I've tried before, not a huge fan. I felt like it just got really weird, like the texture of it got really weird later on, and I like cleanse my beauty blenders every single day. Like I do proper cleansing and it still got very messy and I was like, ugh, not a fan of it. So I'm still using my beauty blender, but recently my mum got these small Eco Tools beauty blenders, and I remember, I think it was Kathleen Lights that really liked Eco Tools blenders. This is so soft, so bouncy. I can't explain the texture of this, but it feels so good, and I might end up buying the Eco Tools big full-size one once I run out of beauty blenders, but I have so many beauty blenders to get through because I used to buy them in like multi-packs because they were cheaper, you know? Do I just do the Instagram thing and drip it on my face? That's bringing back just clickbait memories. Like, you know when you're on your explore page and you see someone dripping something on their face? Yeah, it's never a fun time. Oh my god, this is beautiful. And I didn't even put that much. I literally just dripped whatever, like I didn't soak up anymore, I just put whatever was on that dripper, but this looks good so far. I wonder how it's gonna wear because skin tints tend to, you know, rub off, but because they are a slightly less coverage vibe, the way they come off is not as harsh as foundation. But this so far, like this is the skin tint side, it's got a bit of a glow to it. It covered just enough, but like not too much where you could have freckles and put this on and still look very pretty. And then this is the non-covered side. You can see a bit of redness, you know? I think this evened out so well. Oh, okay, what I was saying was recently I've been watching Bailey Sarion, which I mentioned in my first impressions video, I believe, and she has this like professional expensive lighting and she's got a beauty room. I'm looking for a house, but yeah, London prices, extortionate. So I'm looking for a house and I want like a small beauty room slash filming room because obviously I still have my main channel, and I want just like a chair at the back of the room, a desk, and then lighting and a camera in front, so I can walk in and then just like not have to set up my cameras and everything because they're just there, and then have all my makeup stored over there, do some like nice background vibes, maybe like get another bookshelf and put stuff in there in between the books so I can have like a nice background, and then buy a new camera, buy new lighting because I'm still like on old cameras lightings. But it's just inspired me because I feel like she has tried so hard and so many things on her channel until obviously the Mystery Mondays clicked, but immediately she bought new equipment and she had this lighting, and she was like, she said she really enjoys the growing on YouTube and then upgrading your equipment stuff, and I really enjoy it as well, but I just feel like I never know what to buy. And I saw a few things that she was using and I was like, I like the way her videos look, I might do it. Morphe I think did something with this Morphe 2 thing. This blends like a dream. Like this looks so good. I didn't expect to like, because I'm always like, you know, so skeptical about Morphe products. I'm like, you know, everyone's been shilling them for, and I just dropped some on my shorts. That's perks of the dropper thing. Oh man. Yeah, I'm always very skeptical about Morphe products purely because of how much people push them. I feel like the marketing was going one way, like a really good way, and then because of how many people had the codes and because of how many people were pushing the codes, I ended up being kind of skeptical, and I guess the marketing then went the negative way where I just never bought Morphe products, you know? But now that they got rid of Jeremiah Starfish, I'm like fine with buying their products as long as something interests me, but the 35 pan palettes need to go. I don't think many people like them. I don't know what the sales are on those. I mean, sales must be okay for them to keep on like releasing them, but I just wish they didn't because they're so bulky, they're so big. This, surprisingly, really nice. I still haven't set it, but it's not too greasy or dewy, but I know my oils are going to start coming through in a minute, so we need to, you know, tone it down straight away. But it's such a good, it's a good shade match as well. Ignore this patch of my neck because it's a little bit lighter, but like to my hand, that's a good, it's a good match. Let me put a little bit on my neck because my neck is so pasty white. Like I literally, if I was matching foundation to my neck, I would never find a foundation. For this look, I'm probably going to go in with the Glossier Stretch Concealer, which I like to use when I'm doing more natural makeup because this looks like skin. Like this Morphe thing looks like skin, and this will look like skin as well. I use the shade G11, and I do have an affiliate link with Glossier if you guys want to buy anything that I'm talking about. It'll be in description. So I always just dip straight into the pot, which probably not the most hygienic thing, but I'm going to use this small Eco Tool sponge because I feel like it fits so well under the eyes. Like you can get like into the inner corner, under the under eye. What? Under the eye. Wow, I look awake. I look like I'm ready for the day. Now that I've covered everything, I think the skin looks so good. It's such a fresh looking, oh yeah, the oils are definitely coming through. So if you're oily, either skip out on the Morphe skin tint or powder it very well. I don't have a new powder. I don't really buy many powders. That's not something I do. So I'm going to use the Glossier Wilder with this little sponge. This sponge with powdering under the eyes. Chef's kiss. I'm going to take my Hourglass finishing powders. They're like almost finished. I've already bought a new backup, just a full size one. But I'm trying to finish these up. It's so hard because I don't want to like dig into the blush by accident or the bronzer, but let me just set this whole thing. I'm glad I didn't powder everything down because I have the Morphe 2 cheek and lip mousse, so I'm glad I didn't use like a proper powder. Like the Hourglass powder, you can put liquids on top and it won't budge. So this is the Morphe 2 in the shade Wish. It's just like a very pinky shade. I'm gonna go in with the Sigma domed buffer brush for F74 Air. Oh my god, I didn't realize it was proper mousse. It's like a mousse. Well, I mean, it is called a mousse, so I don't know why I didn't expect it to be a mousse. But it is one. I wonder what the pigmentation is like. Oh, it's like very, very light pigmentation because I feel like I took on a lot on my brush because I like a good blush. This could be very nice if you're not into like a full face of makeup and you're very just like natural makeup vibes. This is what it looks like with just like 2-ish layers of blush. I feel like you can't see it as much on camera as you can in person. I've used about this much. That looks really nice actually. Morphe did something here. I really like this shade as well. I like how this is looking. I'm glad we're having so many successes today. This is good. Do I want to use liquid or do I want to use powder? Do I want to use both? Oh wait, bronzer. Do I want to do bronzer? Do I have a bronzer? Let me just go in with the Fenty cream bronzer in the shade Butter Biscuit, which is the second one. It's not like the super cool tone one. But it's still a very light one. I feel like I'm doing such light coverage foundation for like the eyeshadow look I want to do. Like it's probably not going to go very well. I'm going to use this Sigma contour slash blush brush, which is F53 Air. I find sometimes with the Fenty cream products you have to kind of warm them up with your finger, or you have to like really dig in there. Okay, so let me just warm up around here. I like this cream bronzer. I think it's such a good shade for me as well. It creates a contour that isn't too cool toned and it creates a bronze that isn't too bronzy. I feel like it's very natural looking on me and it's pretty much undetectable as long as you don't powder too much first. You can layer this onto like, for example, the Hourglass powders. Yeah, see, this looks super natural. It's that like, am I wearing makeup? Am I not? You will never know. I have a bit of a heat rash on my neck. I feel like I've said the phrase heat rash too many times on my second channel for it to be normal. I was laying down in my bed. It was very humid in the UK and it was very hot. It felt like Florida. And I was laying in bed like this, reading a book, and I got up and there was just sweat here and all of a sudden, bam, heat rash. It was great. It was great fun. Anyway, I feel like this looks so nice with the bronzer from Fenty. I feel like it all blended super well. I have two highlights. I've never tried this. This is Glossier's Play. This is the Night Shine highlighter in Pale Pearl, and it comes in this little bottle. That's so cute. I like that it's not like huge. I also have the Nabla Skin Glazing highlighter. It's a glass skin finish glow powder in the shade Ozone. I might layer these up because they look like a very similar shade. Wait, is this like a doe foot applique? Oh, it is. Okay, well, I don't usually like to apply products straight to my cheek. I like to warm them up with my fingers first, dilute them a little bit because this comes in a doe foot, but I like to put it straight on my hand and then apply. This could be very similar to the Halo Scope that they have, just liquid. And I'm right, I think. Yeah, this just applies like a a semi-natural, not too dewy, not too glowy kind of a thing. This is so cute. This is such a cute little bottle. I find this adorable. Okay, let me just apply a little bit more to my right side. I'm gonna go over it with a little bit of the Nabla because I was excited to try it out. I've heard great things about Nabla. I believe it's like an Italian indie brand. I just wish they did cardboard packaging. I feel like I'm so over the plastic packaging. What was it? The Huda mini nude obsessions came in like the plastic packaging. Just do cardboard. I feel like, you know, it is a little bit cheaper, but I feel like you throw it away anyway, you know? This is, I love the packaging. Okay, I just spoke about lack of plastic, but I feel like this obviously lasts longer than just the outside packaging, but I love the clear aesthetics. Let me swatch it first. I'm scared. I'm always scared things are gonna be too dark for me. Okay, if I just, yeah, no, that looks fine. Oh, but it looks so reflective. Okay, let me take, oh my god, that took a turn. This is so beautiful. It's beautiful. It's not too icy, but it's also not too dark for my skin tone, which is nice. So then I bought myself, I know I'm always against this brand, but I'm against them only when they make direct copies of other people's makeup. So I bought the Revolution Pro Goddess Glow Fixing Spray with niacinamide and cucumber extract. It's 100 milliliters, and I think this was like £8, so like super affordable. Really like that. And it's supposed to be glowy. Let me see what the spray is like. It's not bad. It's not, you know, Fenty do what it do setting spray, but you know what? This didn't leave any droplets. It's got a bit of a strong scent, just like the Fenty one. I think it looks fine everywhere except for my top lip, and that's after I did the setting spray, so maybe it's just not adhering to that area as well. Oh yeah, it got a little bit patchy. I don't know if that's me or if that's the setting spray. The whole rest of the face looks fine, so it must just be this area that doesn't look great. It's definitely not the foundation or the concealer because those looked perfect, so it must be the setting spray. It just disrupted that area of the face. The rest of my face looks beautiful, looks fine. No issues there. It's literally just where I guess must have sprayed too much. I don't know. I can still smell it though. I wish I didn't. It's a very nice smell though. It's very sweet, but you don't want something so close because I get migraines a lot. So I like to stay away from like very strong scents because otherwise I get migraine. Okay, so now that my eyebrows are done, they look a little bit uneven, but we move on. We move on. I can still smell the setting spray. I don't want to smell it anymore. Okay, so I have decided that I'm going to go into, what do I want to do? I feel like because of this whole natural makeup vibes, I'm not going to do the blue today. I'm going to do a blue another day. I'm still traumatized by the last time I did a blue eyeshadow. So I'm probably just going to stick to this middle row here and just see kind of what we want to do. I might put this in my inner corner. That could be a vibe, just like blue in the inner corner. And I'm probably going to use one of these as my shimmer. So let me just go in with Cloudy, which is like a pinky, like a cool tone pink. There is not a lot of kick up. Like that's not a lot for how much I picked up. I don't know if I should pack it on or if I should, I mean that's applying very well for such a light eyeshadow. Yeah, no, that looks pretty as like a nice transition shade. Let me bring it, I'm gonna probably bring it up higher, just up into like my brow bone area, just as a nice transition shade because yeah, it's light enough where I can blend other eyeshadows into it without things looking crazy. So I'm gonna blend it up practically like right under my brow bone. Right under my brow bone, that's kind of, why can't I speak today? Right under my brow bone. And you can definitely build it up. That blended out like a dream. I've never tried, I didn't even swatch these. I feel like I just like dunked in. Let me just swatch a few things. I mean, they feel, I mean, that's good for this shade. Like to swatch that well, iconic. These feel very nice. That's good. That's a good swatch. Very nice. Wow. I'm gonna try the blue. That's probably kind of what people are wondering about. I mean, that looks good. The like crumbly, I'm not saying crumbly in a bad way, it's more just like that flaky texture, but it's, this is majestic. Look at that. It's a little bit more crumbly, but I feel like the more crumbly the glitter eyeshadow, the more like foiled it looks. And this looks spoiled. I'm gonna show you guys the one that fell apart for me, which is this one. See, it's got like undertones of like hot pink, but it's also burgundy. I think it's such a good shade. Horizon is a yellow gold slash like a greeny shade a little bit, but those swatches are so good. This is Ruby Skies, which is just the one in the middle. These are so smooth. I'm like shocked. Okay, Sweet Dream is the one I'm kind of excited for because it's more my vibe and it's so pretty. It's like a lilac pink. But these are some good swatches, like mainly this shade right here, this foiled thing, the blue, the red, the pink. I'm going to use the same brush to go into Skyline, which is that beautiful like corally looking shade. I might end up dunking into Pink Flash, which I didn't swatch, but I feel like it could be a vibe, just like a little bit in the crease. This one's a little bit more powdery, but I'm guessing it's just for pigmentation. I love this shade so much. It's that perfect like corally pink, but still pastel-y. This is giving me like the vibes of the packaging. Yeah, but I want to flick it out and then drag it back in. This is super pigmented. You do not need to pick up as much as I picked up. I feel like with you guys, you know, you guys told me that I should have patted the Ace Beauté eyeshadows on, but the thing is, even when like with the I did fast forward it by like literally 900%, so you weren't seeing kind of the lengths that I was going to make that eyeshadow palette work because I really wanted it to work. Like with the blue, I was, you know, swiping and I was like, okay, that's not working. So with the orange, I was patting things on and then blending things out, and whenever you tried to even like slightly blend it, it would just blend away. These are already performing better. Because you can pat down, as you see, I'm patting it down, and then you can actually go in and blend, which is important with eyeshadow because you can't just pat and then expect things to be blended because they won't be. I'm going to take one of these Sigma brushes. This is the Soft Blend 10. I want to go into the hot pink. That could be an aesthetic, you know, just to darken things up a little bit. But I'm tapping in just slightly because I want to just darken things a smidge, like not. Wow, that is a beautiful hot pink. I'm not showing its true potential because I tapped in like the slightest amount just because I wanted a little bit more definition in the corner, in the crease right there. I'm going to take a tiny bit more and tap it right on the outside edge here. I find sometimes I forget to put eyeshadows there and then it just looks a bit empty. So yeah, I'm blending. See, I'm adding a darker shade in, but the lighter shades are not disappearing, which is what I like to see. Absolutely no fallout. Not a single speck of pink eyeshadow is on my face right now. And that is what I like to see. I am so impressed. I think I'm going to use the Sweet Dream one because I've been eyeing this one since I bought this palette. If you just take, I'm assuming if you take a lot of this one, it will come out true to pan. But the way I've been dipping into it very lightly, it comes out just like neon-y, but still soft. I can't explain it, but it's a very versatile shade. Because you can, you know, deepen it up and make it a true hot pink. But you can also just use it to amplify the pastel-y pink eyeshadows, which I think is a good addition. Thinking I'm going to go in maybe with my finger because these swatch really well with the finger, so this could be the way to apply these. This is what that one looks like. It's so pretty. Oh yeah, that's good. The thing is, I just have such long, I'm growing out my nails. I want them to be long again, but I forget how difficult it is to apply eyeshadow with long nails. But this is not doing it justice. First of all, it's a beautiful shade. I can't get over how good this palette is and how well everything blended. Wow. I'm gonna take my brush that I use for glitter glue. You guys know which one I use. I use the Revolution glitter glue just in this packaging. It's nice and not too thick. It doesn't create like a weird crusty texture or anything. It's very soft. And I'm going to put it into my inner corner. I'm going to drag it pretty like far just to cover the whole inner corner. And then I'm going to go into that flaky texture with just one of these brushes and tap it on. Wow. Okay, yes. This is what I wanted. Good, okay. It just added this like weird pop of blue into the pink and I think it's just such a vibe. You need to be careful with this one because it is a little bit more flaky, but I find that that's what gives it that beautiful texture. Blending the blue into the pink. Okay, without lash glue, obviously this eyeshadow, the crumbly one, does do a little bit of fallout, but I'm assuming that's going to brush away pretty easily. I'm putting it kind of like I'm like tucking it into the crease without dragging it down. I love how that looks. I am so into this look. I haven't had this feeling in a while where you're just like, oh my god, let me add this shade and this shade and this shade. I'm gonna add all the shades. I'm still looking forward to trying the blues. Considering the pink was so easy to use, I want to use the blues. This is such a good shade. It's so smooth. I'm wondering if I want to do a little bit more of the pink maybe in the outer corner. So I'm gonna take Sweet Dreams and put it bang in the middle, because I feel like because of the blue, it took all the shine away from the Sweet Dreams one. So I want to pull the Sweet Dreams out a little bit more. I kept it kind of in the inner corner, but now the blue is in the inner corner, so I want to pull Sweet Dreams out a little bit and blur it out. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Okay, wow. So this is the Casa Zeta Jones mascara. I hope it's good because the wand is crazy. I hope it doesn't make like clumpy lashes. Oh wait, there's length. Oh my god, wait. Oh no, I touched my face. The formula is still a bit wet, but it's not super liquidy where it's unusable. I like dry mascaras, if that makes sense. Like I enjoy mascaras in their like last month of living. When you've used them for like a month or two, that's when I like mascaras the most. But this one isn't super wet. Oh my god, this mascara is low-key very good. I find the brush creates volume because it does kind of stick them together a little bit, but not too much where it's like a clumpy mess. The before, after. I did get this in PR just in case I didn't mention that. I feel like I did, but I don't want to be one of those people that doesn't disclose things, you know? Yeah, this layers up super quickly. But I didn't expect it to be this good. I love this mascara. Mainly because it doesn't look like spidery legs. Like, I hate that look. And you know what gave me that look? The Fenty mascara. I feel like my lashes are way too long for that mascara because it makes it look like I have like 5 lashes max. I love focusing mascara on the outer edge to give it that flicked out look. Almost, it's like you don't have to wear eyeliner. Oh my god, this looks so good. Catherine Zeta-Jones, are you kidding me? I love finding a good mascara because it's just like the one thing that you're like, wow, this like really pulls in the look together. I can't get over how long my eyelashes look. Wow. And now I'm gonna go into Lunar Beauty lip gloss. Everyone swears by these lip glosses. Gerard Cosmetics sent me a few products and then I didn't really get around to trying them out. This is the lip pencil in Melrose Place. I just want to put a little tiny bit down. They're a bit sticky though. I can't explain the lip pencil. It's not my favorite lip pencil by any means. It's a bit sticky. It looks like it's got a bit of shimmer in it. It's in this shade Starlight. Oh my god, wait, it's got like a really weird texture. It's like slippery because it doesn't feel sticky at all. It's like your lips are like slippy, like more like a lip oil mixed with a lip gloss. I love the shade. I love the shine. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the shine. I'm gonna take maybe a bit of lightening, that like white gold shade I told you guys about. I'm scared I'm gonna drop this palette because I love it so much. If I dropped this palette and cracked it, I would repurchase it today. That's how much I like it. And I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, so that's not very common for me to repurchase stuff. Just very slightly. Oh my god, that's so pigmented. Okay, let me just blend it out a little bit. I don't want it to be too gold because I feel like it won't go with the look. I moved the camera a little bit because I don't know, it just looked, I was casting a shadow and I wanted you guys to see this look just up close. Well, this was such a successful video. Other than obviously the fact that I opened 3 eyeshadow palettes today and all 3 were cracked. It's been a successful day. Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want to comment down below, and subscribe because I post videos whenever I think of something to do. Hit that bell, you'll be notified when that's happening. Social media links, main channel, and affiliate links in the description, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.